In many prisons, inmates barely get enough to survive, while others eat like kings. Today I'm trying prison food from around the world to show you exactly what some inmates go through, starting with something that isn't just food, it's money. Inside US prisons, ramen is one of the most traded items. Inmates use it to pay for haircuts, laundry, even protection. Inmates make it by adding hot water, seasoning packets, and whatever extras they can find. Canned tuna, beans, or even crushed chips. Am I doing this right? But earning enough to actually buy this ramen isn't easy. Prison labor laws mean inmates can make as little as 12 cents an hour. At that wage, a single pack of ramen would take over 10 hours of work to purchase. Well, let's try it out. Salty, comforting, a little mushy, but honestly, I get it. It's cheap, it's filling, and if you had nothing else, this would be a lifesaver. But not all prisons treat food this way. In some places, meals are actually part of the rehabilitation process. Because here, inmates aren't just eating decent meals, they're the ones cooking them. Yum, what is this? Looks like plantains. And ceviche? Oh, this is it. In Cartagena, Colombia, there's a women's prison with an actual restaurant inside. It's called Interno, and it's open to the public. The goal is to teach inmates high-end cooking skills, giving them a better shot at life after release. And in many cases, it actually works. Let's try this out, the ceviche. Fresh, citrusy, absolutely delicious. Look at these plantains. It's hard to believe meals like this are made in a prison, but honestly, if it helps people rebuild their lives, I'm all for it. Some of the women who trained here have gone on to work in Cartagena's top restaurants. Others have started their own food businesses after release. For them, this isn't just about cooking. It's about getting a second chance. This is what I'm talking about. I got a pie. In Australia, most meals on weekdays are frozen, pre-packaged, and sent to every prison before being reheated. But on weekends, that's when things actually get interesting. Instead of frozen meals, inmates get fresh hot food, like meat pies. Smells pretty good, like a buttery crust. All right, let's cut this thing open. Ooh, this looks like we got some brown gravy in there. Got some meat. Looks pretty good, smells good. This wouldn't look out of place in a bakery. Savory, buttery, comforting. If I didn't know any better, I think someone grabbed this from a cafe, not a prison kitchen. This is probably the best thing so far. All right, now this actually looks like a real meal. We've got dill soup, beef goulash, potatoes, salad, and even a mystery dessert. This meal comes from Nowy Wiesnich Prison, one of Poland's oldest and largest facilities. Unlike many prisons that just focus on punishment, Poland actually prioritizes rehabilitation. Inmates here get structured activities, outdoor time, and more balanced meals. And this got me thinking, staying consistent with fitness isn't just hard in prison, it's hard for anyone. Whether you're balancing work, school, or life, it's easy to fall off track. That's why I use Trainwell and have partnered with them. Can really taste that kick of dill. And the goulash, tender, rich. This actually tastes homemade. Most fitness apps just give you a generic workout plan. Trainwell does it different. First, you take a quick quiz about your goals, schedule, and any injuries. It makes sense why Poland focuses on proper nutrition. These potatoes are good. A strong body helps build a strong mind. Based on your answers, Trainwell matches you with a dedicated trainer who you can book a call with and meet. After getting to know you and your goals, the trainer will create a personalized workout plan tailored specifically for you. All right. Refreshing, bit of vinegar kick. Honestly, this focus on daily exercise really resonates with me. In the past, I used to struggle with staying motivated every day, which often led me to skip workouts. And it's not just me. Poland actually integrates exercise into their rehabilitation system. By law, inmates here get at least an hour of outdoor activity every day. But now if my trainer notices I missed a day or didn't hit my target weights, they'll check in and remind me that off days are completely normal. Even better, when things get too tough or start to feel boring, my trainer adjusts and improves my routine, ensuring I continue to enjoy my workouts while making progress. Okay, wait, what is this? All that accountability and support makes staying consistent with your exercises incredibly easy. That was such a good workout. It's more than just an app. Trainwell keeps you on track with a personalized plan and real accountability for real results. Take the quiz to find your perfect trainer and get 14 days of free training here. go.trainwell.net/lawbymike. Fruit compote. Just fruit mixed with sugary syrup. It's pretty sweet, but kind of delicious. Next, we're trying food from one of the most dangerous prisons in the world. It's in Russia, and it's called the Black Dolphin, home to some of the most dangerous criminals in the country. And when it comes to food, let's just say it's not exactly fine dining. This doesn't even look like food. Watery soup, a small chunk of bread, and kasha, boiled buckwheat. Sometimes there's a piece of fish or meat, but it's usually just gristle and bones. And there's no sitting down at a cafeteria table either. Prisoners at Black Dolphin eat alone, inside their cells, under constant surveillance. Guards pass food through a small slot. No trays, no utensils. They have to eat with their hands. And the reason? Security. This prison houses over 700 of Russia's most violent criminals. The risk of an incident in a cafeteria? Way too high. And if you think that's bad, it gets worse. Inmates are kept on a strict 1,500 calorie diet, just enough to stay alive. Their exercise? Done in tiny cages. Leaving the cell? Only in blindfolds. And once you're in Black Dolphin, you never leave. All right, here goes nothing. Oh, hard, crusty bread, soupy, gross water. Yeah. No, I'm not having this. Black Dolphin's food is pretty harsh, but in other places, meals haven't changed for over 1,000 years. What is this? I mean, at least it's got some green and red colors in there. This is ful madames, a classic Egyptian dish that dates back to the time of the pharaohs, over 1,000 years ago. Today, it's Egypt's national breakfast, made with stewed fava beans, olive oil, garlic, cumin, and lemon juice. In Egyptian prisons, inmates might get a basic version of this with stale bread. Oh yeah, that's rock hard. Hard, flavorless, and for many, this is the only meal they get every single day. Now let's give the ful madames a try. Earthy, filling, a bit tangy, actually pretty good. But here's the thing, there's almost no variety. For many inmates, this is all they get day after day. Egyptian prisons are notorious for food shortages and overcrowding. For many, the only way to get enough to eat is through family visits. If no one brings food, you starve. What the heck? Looks like we got bread here and molasses. This is very basic. I don't know how you could call this a meal. For over 200 years, this was breakfast in Bangladeshi prisons. Just a piece of dry bread with molasses. A meal that dates back to British colonial rule. And for centuries, it stayed the same. All right, let's try this out. Ugh. This is the stalest bread ever. All right. Whoa, look how messy this is. All right, we got the molasses here. It tastes good, but I don't know about eating this as my entire meal. More like a snack you'd eat if you had no other choice. A few years ago, Bangladesh finally made a change. Instead of bread and molasses, they introduced khichdi, rice, lentils, and spices. Ah, that's more like it. Warm, slightly spiced, actually satisfying. This change was actually a big deal. It was part of a prison reform movement where Bangladesh started recognizing that starving prisoners wasn't just inhumane, it actually made rehabilitation harder. But while Bangladesh made small improvements, some prisons take food quality to a whole other level. What is this? This looks like one of the best dishes by far. I mean, it's all fancy looking. This meal comes from Bastøy Prison, often called the world's nicest prison. It's in Norway, and inmates here live in cottages, have access to a beach, and even get to fish and farm. Norway takes a radically different approach to incarceration. Instead of focusing on punishment, they focus on rehabilitation. And guess what? It works. Norway has one of the lowest reoffending rates in the world. All right, let's see what this tastes like. Yeah, it tastes pretty good. Mild, creamy, not overpowering. I'd honestly eat this every day if someone cooked it for me. But that's not all. In some Norwegian prisons, inmates even get dessert. Ice cream on special occasions. All right, I'm down for this one. Okay, I get why they don't have a high reoffending rate. Who doesn't like ice cream? All right, what do we got next? We have a standard prison meal in North Korea, 600 grams of plain corn. Well, it's cheap, easy to grow, and keeps prisoners from starving. But nutritionally, it's a disaster. I would definitely rather have the ramen over this. Look at this black kernel. Ugh. Yeah, this is so bad. And some prisoners are doing 12 plus hours of hard labor on just this. But not every prison is like this, because if I was a prisoner in this next place, I'd have to admit, I'm loving it. All right. Mickey D's. In 2017, prisoners in a short-term holding facility in Germany were eating McDonald's. Here's what happened. A food supply contract fell through, and the facility had no immediate backup plan. So instead of cooking meals, they did the next best thing. They started ordering fast food. So for a short time, German inmates were living off McDonald's. But even then, there were limits. Big Macs were too expensive, so the prisoners had to stick to cheeseburgers and hamburgers. I mean, a cheeseburger in prison? Not the worst deal. Exactly what you'd expect. Salty, processed, weirdly comforting. It's not gourmet, but honestly, if you're only locked up overnight, you're not starving. But of course, this didn't last. The German Justice Ministry shut it down pretty quickly, saying prison meals should be standardized and balanced, not whatever's on the value menu. I get it, but you have to admit, it's kind of hilarious that for a little while, prison food in Germany was basically the same as a road trip meal. As you can see, some prisons give their inmates treats and variety, unlike this next country. Ethiopia's most famous dish is injera, this tangy, spongy bread served with a variety of stews. It's eaten every day by millions of people. But in Ethiopian prisons, you're not getting variety. Instead, you get 1 or 2 scoops of plain lentil stew. If food runs low, inmates might just get plain injera with no stew at all. I'd much rather have that other one. This looks way worse. Yeah, I don't even want to say it. It looks bad. All right, let's try this out. This is the injera. Not bad, actually. It's kind of like bread consistency, little tangy. Let's try a little bit of the stew. This looks like lentils. Yeah, can you bring back that other version? Ooh, this looks way better. A little bit of this on there. Oh man, once you try this, then you realize how bad the other one is. No, give that back. So there you have it, 11 very different prison meals from around the world. From ramen as currency, to literal McDonald's, to gourmet dining in Colombia. Don't forget to check out Trainwell, and if you enjoyed this video, click here to watch more.